What is God? Part 3. The Inner Path, Timeless Echoes, and the Mystery that Lives in You. The Inner Path of Transformation. If God is not a distant ruler but the infinite consciousness expressing itself in all forms, then the spiritual journey is not about reaching out there. It is about awakening in here. This awakening is not an instant event, though for some it can come suddenly. More often, it is a gradual unfolding, a process of transformation that touches every layer of our being. At the level of the mind, it means questioning old beliefs, dropping illusions, and opening to new ways of seeing. At the level of the heart, it means softening fear, releasing bitterness, and letting love flow more freely. At the level of action, it means aligning daily choices with the awareness of interconnectedness, so that life becomes service, creativity, and compassion. This path is not always easy. In fact, it often feels like fire. Old patterns burn away, comfort zones collapse, the ego resists with all its might. But beneath the fire is renewal. Just as gold is purified by flame, the soul shines brighter through this process. Shadows on the path. It would be dishonest to suggest that awakening is always blissful. Many encounter a dark night of the soul, a period of doubt, despair, or emptiness. But this too is part of the path. The dark night strips away false attachments, forcing us to see what is real. When all external supports crumble, we are left naked before the mystery. And paradoxically, that is when the deepest knowing can emerge. In those moments, one may discover that God is not a comfort blanket, but the very ground of being, the silent presence that remains even when everything else falls away. Echoes from many traditions. Throughout history, countless traditions have pointed toward this reality. The words differ, the symbols shift, but the essence is astonishingly similar. In Eastern philosophies, God is described not as a person but as the ultimate reality, pure consciousness, beyond form yet present in all forms. In mystical strands of Christianity, God is encountered as love itself, a union so intimate that the mystic cries, "It is no longer I who live, but God who lives in me." In Sufi poetry, God is the beloved, both hidden and revealed, found not by seeking outside but by diving into the heart. In indigenous wisdom, the divine is seen in every river, every stone, every animal, the web of life shimmering with sacredness. Though each tradition uses its own language, all point toward the same truth. God is not separate. God is the one reality expressing itself as the many. Why the word God can be misleading? By now, it may be clear that even the word God can be misleading. It carries centuries of baggage, images of kings, judges, and distant fathers. For some, it triggers rejection. For others, blind belief. But perhaps the invitation is to move beyond the word itself. Call it source, consciousness, the infinite, the mystery, the beloved. The label does not matter. What matters is the living reality it points to. Like a finger pointing at the moon, the word, God, is not the moon. The danger is staring at the finger and missing the radiant light above. Living with the awareness of God. So, what does it mean, practically, to live with this awareness? It means remembering, moment by moment, that you are not separate. That life is not random. That every encounter is sacred. It means practicing gratitude, not as a forced ritual, but as a natural response to the miracle of being alive. It means seeing challenges not as punishments, but as opportunities to awaken deeper strength and wisdom. It means living with compassion, because to harm another is to harm yourself. All are waves of the same ocean. And perhaps most importantly, it means trusting the unfolding of your journey. Knowing that even in confusion, even in pain, there is a deeper intelligence at work. The final paradox. At the end of all exploration, one truth shines. God cannot be fully known by the mind. And yet, God is the most intimate reality of all. It is like the eye trying to see itself, or fire trying to burn itself. The source cannot be grasped as an object, because it is the very subject of all experience. This is the paradox. God is both the greatest mystery and the most obvious presence. Hidden and revealed, beyond and within. A personal reflection. When we ask, what is God? We are really asking, what am I? What is this life? What is the source of this moment? And the answer is not found in books or debates. It is found in silence, in awe, in love, in the raw aliveness of this very breath. Perhaps the truest response is not a definition, but a shift of perception. To look at the sky and whisper, this too is God. To feel your heartbeat and realize, this too is God. To embrace another human being and know, this too is God. When lived in this way, the question no longer seeks an answer. It becomes a doorway into wonder, humility, and joy. Conclusion. The endless invitation. So, what is God? God is not a being among beings. God is being itself, the infinite consciousness, the source of love, the ground of reality. God is closer than your breath, nearer than your thoughts, more intimate than yourself. And yet, no words suffice. The question remains, as it must because the mystery is endless. But perhaps that is the beauty of it. The question is not meant to be solved like a puzzle. It is meant to be lived. Every moment, every choice, every breath is an opportunity to awaken to the truth. You are not separate. You are a wave of the infinite ocean. You are, and always have been, one with the source. And so the invitation stands, gentle yet urgent. Stop searching outside. Turn within, open your eyes. The mystery you call God has been here all along, shining through everything, waiting only to be recognized.